Okay, just a thought about dealing with cylindrical objects and ellipses. Ellipses, of course, are circles in perspective. So if we're looking at this, obviously straight on it's a circle, but as we put this into a perspective where there's a closer side and a side that's further away, you're going to see an elliptical understanding of that circle until finally you're seeing the thing straight on. And it's totally flat across the top, and it actually looks like it's on a one-point perspective. One of the best ways to practice drawing ellipses and cylindrical objects is pick up an object that is clear, like this. And that way you can draw through. You can see the back side of it as well as the front side, so you can actually see the complete ellipse. And when you are adept or comfortable drawing around and drawing the ellipses, then you can translate that to something that is more solid. So in terms of drawing the ellipse or the cylindrical object, this is obviously below eye level, so this is not a full circle. It is at an angle, it is in perspective. And so I'm going to draw the upper ellipse. And then there's an ellipse on the shoulder which is wider than the ellipse on the rim. And I'll kind of mark out how much wider before I actually try drawing that. Now the ellipse on the shoulder is further below eye level than the rim. Therefore, this is going to be more round. So I'm going to get that going. And notice that I've basically drawn through. So now I have two ellipses, and one is definitely overlapping the other. And then there's a third ellipse on the bottom, which is actually, as we look at this, about the same circumference as the ellipse on the top, or the circle on the top. So I'll just very lightly draw a straight axis through, and then I'm going to draw that other ellipse. Just kind of mark it off here. And it is going to be even more round. And notice that I'm dealing with gesture. And then what I'm going to do is, seeing where I am, I will lightly kind of connect everything. And then I'm going to go back in and deal with contour. But since I've gestured in the ellipse, I have a fairly solid path to follow. That gives me a guideline, a structural understanding, and I can just lay the contour in on top of it. And there's a thickness to that rim, so I'm going to pull that through. If you start out with the gesture, you won't be so prone to sketch your lines so much. You'll be more capable of doing this with a lot more confidence. So that's basically the idea. So center axis, ellipse, your series of ellipses that are going to create basically the landmark areas, like the rim, the shoulder, and then the base. And then just kind of connect the dots. And if you do it this way, you will never have this issue on an ellipse, where you have corners.